Hi, I'm back again. Welcome back to College in Real Life. We're so happy to have you here with us again. Today's topic is all about self-care. Self-care has been kind of a little bit of a buzzword over the last couple of years, but self-care is really important. It's really just about making sure that you're taking the time to acknowledge that your body needs rest and that it needs to be cared for after working hard in the classroom, after going to work. We have to make sure that we take care of our bodies and we have to take care of our minds. And so these are 5 tips on how you can do self-care while you're in college. So let's get right into it. So it's basically the end of the semester. We're all working hard. We just got back from break and it feels like these last 2 to 3 weeks are like a living hell. So tip number 1 on how you can take care of yourself during the end of the fall semester. Number 1 is work out. It really is true that 30 minutes of exercise will do your body well. And now I'm not saying that you have to go out there and be a power lifter or you have to go out and run marathons. It can be as simple as going for your hot girl walk around your neighborhood. Instead of driving to the other side of campus, why not take a walk over there? Do some yoga. Lots of schools have exercise classes that you can register for. It's just a good way to get your body moving and a good way to kind of reduce stress and maybe step away from the books. Because I promise you, you don't have to be staring at your books 24/7 for the knowledge to get into your head. So take the time out and work out. I promise it'll make you feel good. Tip number 2, take a nap. Take it. Please, please, please take a nap. I supervise students here at my university, and something I always tell them during this time of year is prioritize rest. I promise you that paper that you've been struggling to write at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning is not gonna get any better. Just close your eyes for like a few hours and you'll already start to feel recharged. That's something that I took up my senior year. I realized that I was so burnt out. Like my body was like breaking down in front of me because I wasn't prioritizing self-care. So what I decided to do is that I decided not to go to bed after 12:30. Whatever wasn't done. I made sure I went to bed at 12:30. Even if that meant I woke up at 5 o'clock to start working again, your body's it's gonna work so much better. You'll be able to focus better. The ideas will start coming to you faster once you've had some rest in your body and your brain isn't so exhausted. Because what you'll realize is that 1 o'clock in the morning, how many pages are you actually typing, in all honesty? How many? Not a lot. So when you wake up, you'll find out that it'll be a lot easier to type 1 page at 6 a.m. after a nap versus trying to type 1 page at 1 a.m. after you've been up for like the last 18 hours. So please prioritize naps. Tip number 3, listen to a podcast. Listen to some music. It's the end of the year, so we're all getting our Spotify Wrapped and our Apple replays and finding out what we listened to over the past year. It's really just a good way to kind of help you get out of the monotonous routine of staring at a screen, looking at a book. It kind of changes things up a little bit. For example, I can't study or even do work without some sort of stimulus, whether it's me listening to a podcast, me listening to a new album, maybe it's even watching a little show in the background. I like to have Bob's Burgers in the background sometimes. Just something to have my brain kind of engaged and kind of to make it a little bit more like fun. This does not have to be suffering. There are little things that you can do to try and make this exciting for yourself. I sometimes listen to ASMR. I've made all different types of study playlists. Lots of people like to use lo-fi study music. Not really a lo-fi type of person. But every year in college, I found that there's this one Miguel song that I love, but it just kind of fits the studying mood. I can't remember what it's called anymore, but that's my study song. So just find what's gonna help you make it through the end of finals, end of your papers, end of your projects. Pick that song, pick that album, pick that podcast that'll help support you get to your end goal. Number 4, do a social media detox. Now, we're all on socials way too much. Not only speaking for you, I'm also speaking for myself. The other day, I looked at how much time I spend on TikTok, and I think it's a little inflated because I like to watch ASMR and fall asleep to it on TikTok, but I spend almost 6 hours a day on TikTok. I don't even know where I find 6 hours to do that. And don't judge me because I know y'all do it too. But between Twitter and Instagram and I don't know, YouTube, TikTok, all of these platforms are consuming. You're on YouTube right now watching this video. All of these platforms are consuming so much of our time and energy. And a lot of these platforms can be draining, seeing so much negativity, and just seeing things that aren't encouraging us or motivating us. Something that I really like to use to study is called the Tomato Timer. It's a free app that you can use, and basically it breaks up your studying to kind of help you focus. So you have it for 4 different sessions. So you study for 30 minutes, or you work for 30 minutes, you clean for 30 minutes, whatever you want to do. After that 30 minutes, it gives you a 5-minute break. So you can go back on your phone, play around, I don't know, go get a snack, do something, and it goes back to the 30 minutes of studying. You do that a few times, and then at the end, it gives you a big break for like 15 minutes. Just something to help you keep focused. So instead of every time you type something, you're like, oh, you pick up your phone, you end up scrolling on TikTok for like 3 hours. So maybe delete those apps, maybe create like a screen time on your phone and say, after a certain amount of time in the day, I can no longer go on this app. So try and detox from social media. Okay, and last but not least, it's as simple as getting up and walking away. Get up and walk away. That's something I really valued while I was an undergrad, is sometimes you just stare at an assignment for so long, you stare at a book for so long, you look at what you have to do for so long, that it starts to become draining and anxiety producing. Sometimes just get up. Oftentimes when I feel overwhelmed by work, I get up from my desk. Sometimes I go for a walk. Sometimes I stop and go talk to one of my colleagues. Just get up and remove yourself from the situation. So when you come back, you can have more of a clear mind. And go outside and walk. Fresh air will do you good. On the East Coast right now, it's a little bit chilly, but it feels good to get some fresh air in your lungs, to have the sun beat down on your face. These things will help really charge yourself up. It's really the little things. Everybody has to go through school or some sort of education, and it's not easy at all. I feel your plight. I once was an undergrad and now I'm a grad student. I know what it feels like to feel stressed and overwhelmed, and it's really about the little things that will help get you through the end of a semester and help you walk across that stage at the end of the day. All right, so those are some tips for success. If you're feeling really stressed out right now, we're gonna put some resources and some support services that you can reach out to if you're ever feeling too overwhelmed and you feel like it's just too much. We wanna make sure that you're taking care of yourself during this time, and speak to a friend, reach out to a supervisor, somebody at your school, a friend, a parent, so they can help support you during what may be a difficult time for you. Thank you so much for tuning in again to College IRL. We are so happy to be connecting with you. Make sure you check out our website, collegeirl.com. Check us out on Twitter, and make sure to check us out on Instagram as well. And we look forward to speaking with y'all some more. Bye.